All right. All right. Well, I think we're back. Um, I had to restart my computer, so I apologize for those who definitely missed 30 minutes of commentary and other things that I was looking to get done before the launch here today. But hello, everyone. We are here to look and witness the Starlink 4-3 launch from SpaceX. They actually are lifting off in less than 6 minutes. So we will get into everything and more, but first let's head into the stream. Just give me one moment here. I'll get that. So restarting my computer actually it's a good thing because it fixes the broadcast. However, everything is backwards, so I gotta have to get everything figured out here.
High-resolution images captured by its constellation of microsatellites with its proprietary artificial intelligence software to deliver analytics and insights to industries including transportation, infrastructure, land use, defense, supply chain management.
Let's listen in, and then we can talk later.
So far this year, we've launched over 200 rideshare payloads to orbit, and this includes the ones launched on the Transporter-1 mission in January, a previous Starlink launch in May, and the Transporter-2 mission in June. After this mission, our next rideshare mission is scheduled to launch at the beginning of next year, and that's going to be Transporter-3, which will be a dedicated rideshare launch to sun-synchronous orbit. As part of our SmallSat rideshare program, we offer 3 dedicated rideshare missions to sun-synchronous orbits per year, as well as launch opportunities on our Starlink missions like what you're seeing here today.
If you guys are seeing me today and hearing me good, give me a thumbs up in the comments. I want to see you guys here.
We are
I'm back.
5.5 minutes from liftoff of our 18th Starlink.
All right, 5.5 minutes to lift off. So yes, I am back. It's been such a long time. I had this computer issue, so I had to restart, and that's all said and done. But first of all, thank you so much for coming here and talking with me today. I'm Bradley Griffith. We here at Mars Meditation want to inspire you, and we want you to know that as a combined consciousness, we can become a multiplanetary species. We're supporting causes like SpaceX and other private and public space companies that are doing amazing things and innovating and causing the future to be something worthwhile. So yes, I am so excited to watch this launch with you. This is 48 Starlink satellites in a Falcon 9 fairing, as well as 2 BlackSky satellites. It's a pretty routine launch, but they're lifting off from Slick 40 in Florida. Oh, hello, Taniel is here. Thank you, Taniel. So I was going to call you and get this stream figured out, but I had to just restart my computer. So I'm sure you would have told me that, and I should have just done that first, or else I wouldn't have wasted 30 minutes. However, we are here, we are live, and we're going to keep listening in. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little, personal rundown of this flight that we're going to see today. The payload mass is actually unknown, but like I said, 48 Starlink version 1.5 satellites. This is actually the 4th batch of the new version of Starlink satellites, and they just updated the dish from a circle to a rectangle, actually, a much smaller, lighter rectangle that must work more efficiently in terms of connection to the constellation of satellites in low Earth orbit today. Today we're doing Block 5 Falcon 9 version 1.2. Core is the B1060.9. So this will be its 9th flight, actually, which is really exciting. This will be landing on the a shortfall of Gravitas, brand new drone ship that SpaceX just deployed out in Florida. And the launch pad is SLC 40 in Florida. So that's Space Launch Complex. It should be Space Force Launch Complex or something like that, but they haven't really leaned into the Space Force thing too much. Space Force is not really like I don't know if it's real or not. Sometimes I think, is this thing really real? Anyways, we're 3 minutes away, so let's listen in.
Loads inside the fairing continue to be healthy. The Falcon 9 team.
And by the way, after the launch, I'd like to show you guys some things that I've been looking at and just get some comments from you about what you're thinking about some of these announcements that have been coming through. It's pretty cool, and also just the progress in Boca Chica, and we can get into all of it. We can get into all of it. We'll do a little Q&A after this.
This is venting from our LOX lines.
All right, I'm gonna turn that up.
Transporter Erector's job to continue to fill the vehicle with propellant. We can also start to see some white clouds forming around the Falcon 9. This will become more and more prominent as we get closer to T0. This is just that super cold liquid oxygen starting to densify and form those clouds that you start to see when it meets the warmer ambient air temperatures of Florida. So again, we have a pretty much perfect weather in Florida for today's liftoff attempt. This is a rideshare mission carrying 48 Starlink satellites as well as 2 BlackSky satellites enclosed in the fairing that you see on screen right now.
So my stream is just a couple of minutes off, and I've been kind of dealing with that this whole time, just buffering, and it just doesn't set my stream live.
And there goes
kind of annoying.
Hissing and popping.
Figure
That is
this out
normal
later.
and expected at this stage in the countdown.
Falcon 9's looking good. I do want to put this elsewhere. 1 second, guys.
At this point, the propellant has been fully loaded on the vehicle, and we are just under a minute away. Both stages should be beginning to pressurize for liftoff.
Looking good. It's pretty dark there already. That's something. I'm gonna massage myself. Getting the stream started was way more stressful than I thought.
We are 40 seconds away. Let's listen in to terminal count as we prepare for liftoff of the 48 Starlink satellites and the 2 BlackSky satellites.
We're gonna use a massage cane because I'm super stressed out, but we're gonna watch a rocket launch and get a massage at the same time. First time on YouTube history, okay? This is gonna be you guys are gonna be like, whoa, what is this guy doing? I'm doing what I want.
T-minus 15 seconds of counting.
Wish I could watch this in real time with you, but you're gonna see it later tonight.
T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
Space Launch Complex 40 in Cape Canaveral, Florida. Go Bob, go Doug, go SpaceX, go Gravitas, go Link, go Sky. Godspeed, Merlin, engines. Godspeed, Merlin, vacuum, engine. Godspeed, God. Looking good.
Nominal power and telemetry.
So we are about a minute into liftoff. Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Space Launch Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station.
Still can't
In
get
just
over
a
it.
few seconds here, we are expecting the call out for max Q. That is the period where the vehicle will experience the highest amount of aerodynamic pressure.
There's your pressure waves right there. Breaking the sound barrier and or just, you know,
Max Q.
zones of negative. Yep. And then there's
And
so
there
much
was the call
pressure.
out.
So much
now that
pressure
we've
on those
gone,
plumes.
past the period of highest stresses on the vehicle, we have 3 events happening in quick succession in about a minute. First, we have main engine cutoff, also referred to as MECO. Then stage separation, followed by second engine start 1, also known as SES1. Main engine cutoff is where all 9 Merlin engines on the first stage will shut down to slow the vehicle down in preparation for stage separation. During stage separation, the first and second stage will separate from one another. The first stage will make its way back to Earth for landing, while the second stage continues its journey with our satellites with the third event, which is second engine start 1. The single Merlin vacuum engine on the second stage will then ignite and continue to propel those Starlink satellites and BlackSky satellites into orbit.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a circular apogee adjustment to get this orbit insertion just right. But I think they're going I actually don't know what inclination this is. We'll find out. We'll look at the Starlink map as well. See, it's looking good right there. So engines are expanding.
Miko.
And Miko.
Stage separation confirmed.
Stage set.
So you can see on screen we had successful main engine
Routine,
cutoff,
baby.
Followed by stage separation, and on the right-hand side of the screen, that is the single Merlin vacuum engine glowing red hot. On the left-hand side of the screen is a view of our first stage. I think we're getting some views of twilight right now as the sun has just set in the East Coast. In a few seconds, we are expecting fairing deploy, and that will expose the satellites to the vacuum of space.
Man, getting out of Earth is hard.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Nice.
We got the audio and video confirmation on the right-hand side
It
of the
takes
screen.
all of the first stage to propel it out of
halves
the
have
atmosphere.
deployed. We are going to attempt to
Insane,
recover
man.
those using
Insane.
our recovery vessel Bob later on in the mission. For now, the mission is going great. Again, the left-hand side is a view from the top of our first stage looking downward. You can see little plumes of gas coming out. That is nitrogen for our as part of our attitude control system to help orient the first stage booster properly as it makes its way back to attempt its 9th landing on our drone ship in the Atlantic Ocean. Right-hand side is a view of the second stage Merlin vacuum engine, the 48
stream's
Starlink
just a
satellites,
minute
and the
off.
2 BlackSky satellites
you
that we
ask
had
me a
mentioned
question,
earlier.
it'll- I'll
They
give you a
are
signal
on the
from Bermuda.
opposite
Okay.
end of that engine.
Got
So
some
again, they
buffering
are
issues.
going to be in this burn for another couple of minutes as they continue to make their way
If
to
you guys are
low
hearing me
Earth
good
orbit.
and everything's good, I'll continue. Just wanted to make sure. Uh-oh, the frosty ring of death. It just peeled a frosty ring of death.
So in order
Usually
to make
people see
its
that,
way back to the
Usually they see that before
drone ship, the first stage needs to execute 2 burns.
first stage fails.
The first is an entry burn where 3 of the Merlin 1D engines will ignite. This helps to slow the stage down as it re-enters the upper parts of the Earth's atmosphere. Landing burn, this is a single engine burn,
Yeah.
and this will bring the vehicle speed down rapidly in order to land on our drone ship.
Trajectory nominal.
That first burn, the entry burn, is expected to start around T plus 6 minutes and 22 seconds and last for about 20 seconds. For those that are just joining us, we are in the middle of SpaceX's 27th mission of 2021. Both stages have separated. We did have a successful liftoff from Space Launch Complex 40.
Right at twilight. I love it.
Things are continuing to go well for tonight's mission.
I'd say. Hit me up in the comments. Let's chat. I'm so excited to talk about some updates with you guys, both with the channel and with just everything that's been going on in the aerospace industry. It's just it's very eye-opening and amazing.
So we are about 20 seconds away from the beginning of that
Teaser,
entry burn on the first
2050.
stage. We do have camera views right now. It is a little dark, but as soon as that entry burn starts, we should see that first
Want more
stage
coffee.
being lit up as it'll slow itself down before hitting the denser parts of the Earth's atmosphere.
Stage 1, interburn startup.
Drone flight termination system is saved.
All right, my back feels much better now.
All right, 3 engines have relit on the first stage. If you're keeping track, the bottom left-hand side of the screen, there is a speedometer of sorts that is tracking the velocity of the first stage. You can see that we're starting to reduce that
Stage 1,
velocity.
interburn shutdown.
If you keep an eye on that, as soon as the first stage hits the denser parts of the atmosphere, we'll continue to slow down its speed in preparation for the next burn, the landing burn. And that landing burn is expected to happen a few seconds after the T plus 8 minute mark.
Trajectory nominal.
Landing burn, and then there's going to be no footage of the landing burn.
The MVAC engine performance on the second stage continues to go well. A few seconds after we complete the landing burn, we are expecting to turn off this engine and enter a coast phase.
Yep, about a 45-minute coast. Mountain
And as a
time.
reminder, we will be
Stage one,
reigniting this
Discontinued.
engine about 50 minutes.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Yes.
So there's the call out. The landing burn has begun.
Terminal guidance.
Oh no,
Just
there's a
few seconds here,
bird.
We're going to see if we can land.
Oh no,
this
there's a
first stage
bird.
booster for the 9th
Fly
time.
away! Fly away, birdie!
Stage 1 landing leg
You
deployed.
gotta get out of there, buddy. What? Oh, that's clean. Oh, nice. Very clean. Birdie.
You can hear the cheer and applause, and there's the visual. This first stage booster has landed 9 times. This marks
Birdie
our
got
89th
killed.
overall successful recovery of a Falcon 9 first stage,
Cape.
and the 129th successful
Two
flight
termination system
of
has
a
saved.
Falcon 9 first stage.
No. Baddie. Baddie.
So what we're waiting on now is confirmation of second